the minds of Nigerian youths and turning them against the government of Nigeria. Accordingly, the Senate resolved to condemn the sit-at-home in totality, as well as the nefarious activities of Simon Ekpa, who is the gang leader.
Point of order, the leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, the Senate is worried that if the activities of Simon Ekpa, who is issuing the illegal sit-at-home order, is not checked, he may succeed in corrupting the minds of Nigerian youths and turning them against the government of Nigeria. Accordingly, the Senate resolved to condemn the sit-at-home in totality, as well as the nefarious activities of Simon Ekpa, who is the gang leader.
Point of order, the leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, the Senate is worried that if the activities of Simon Ekpa, who is issuing the illegal sit-at-home order, is not checked, he may succeed in corrupting the minds of Nigerian youths and turning them against the government of Nigeria. Accordingly, the Senate resolved to condemn the sit-at-home in totality, as well as the nefarious activities of Simon Ekpa, who is the gang leader.
Point of order, the leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, the Senate is worried that if the activities of Simon Ekpa, who is issuing the illegal sit-at-home order, is not checked, he may succeed in corrupting the minds of Nigerian youths and turning them against the government of Nigeria. Accordingly, the Senate resolved to condemn the sit-at-home in totality, as well as the nefarious activities of Simon Ekpa, who is the gang leader.
Point of order, the leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, the Senate is worried that if the activities of Simon Ekpa, who is issuing the illegal sit-at-home order, is not checked,
by the power conferred on me as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. And after you have voted for the open gate for the Biafra freedom, which is 100% vote, this charter has become a law, and therefore shall be called the Biafra Helsinki Declaration 2024. Biafra Republic Government in Exile. And after you have voted for the open gate for the Biafra freedom, which is 100% vote, this charter has become a law, and therefore shall be called the Biafra Helsinki Declaration 2024. Government in exile. And after you have voted for the open gate for the Biafra freedom, which is 100% vote, this charter has become a law, and therefore shall be called the Biafra Helsinki Declaration 2024. power conferred on me as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. And after you have voted for the open gate for the Biafra freedom, which is 100% vote, this charter has become a law, and therefore shall be called the Biafra Helsinki Declaration 2023. Biafra Republic government in exile. And after you have voted for the open gate for the Biafra freedom, which is 100% vote, this charter has become a law, and therefore shall be called the Biafra Helsinki Declaration 2023. Biafra Republic government in exile. And after you have voted for the open gate for the Biafra freedom, which is 100% vote, this charter has become a law, and therefore shall be called the Biafra Helsinki Declaration 2023.
Can you finish here with your voice?
Was contracted to go and stop them. Caterpillar went to Awufu. This Caterpillar on the back, Caterpillar is illegal. Caterpillar, if not for Caterpillar,
hey,
the healing.
Hey, hey,
this is what so many people don't know.
Hey!
And this and that woman don't even know. All she knows is that somebody told her that Caterpillar is now back. She carry it.
Let me tell you something. We go 247. Before Caterpillar joined, the first time I call Caterpillar, on a message Caterpillar leave, which I have the message. I'm gonna make play here. I still have that message. The first telephone communication Caterpillar have with you no one. Kita kama Amado Musa and them men kwacha safe no defense minister. According to one defense. I have the message. Caterpillar leave. Rombanka no mana. Caterpillar is coming back. I just keep quiet and watching. The first contact unna Caterpillar ngwele. Winye Caterpillar ego koje go ngwogo. Kwari ne ngwele men. For how long? For how many days? No one know what take yo. Caterpillar no but nowhere to find Caterpillar again. And I Caterpillar na phone go deliver. Nobody sick. We got 247. But what's up? We got 247. Adasi gumechi kwa onu. Onwe kwe anything ima. Ina even na gwagi. Onye kwaputa kwara good dey make mistake. I'm a man. Why is that you can't use it in there? Ada pipe low. Ada, cool down. Ada, we're breaking them. No matter the pain, swallow many things. Ada, please. Ada,
God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
A minute silence to the fallen heroes of Biafra. And the time starts now. We mourn our heroes past, we celebrate them, and our heroes living as we continue to fight on to see that Biafra is fully restored, our lands liberated, our sovereignty restored, and our recognition is achieved. You say, just like you see on the screen, protest. Biafrans protest in Washington, D.C. Finland and Nigerian government should free Biafran leaders. BRGI urge all Biafrans in America to join the massive protests in Washington, D.C. for our Biafran leaders. They committed no crimes, rather speaking for the survival of our people massacred by the Islamic jihadist terrorists. And Biafra independence needs recognition. So we call on everyone to partake in these very protests in Washington, D.C. Date is Friday, July 25, 2025. Friday, July 25, 2025. Time is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Washington time. Venue is Finland Embassy, 3301 Massachusetts Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C. 20008. Thank you so much. And then tomorrow is our weekly fundraising. So we call on all Biafrans to partake. And when you see the flyer here, you can see the website, biafrarepublicgovernment.org/donate. Then you have the Zelle payment address, biafragov.org@gmail.com. You have the PayPal payment address, biafragov.org@gmail.com. Avoid the two old websites. Avoid the two old websites. This is the website that you have to use for now. And when you go through this website, you see everything that you need. Super greetings to all Biafrans, and I bring you warmest and warmest of greetings from my end to you all. I did not announce my coming online this evening, morning, afternoon, night, and day, depending on your time. Why is it unannounced? Because of my schedule of work for the day. So this is when I am a bit chance, and so I have to jump in to do one or two because tomorrow is fundraising, and we need to remind Biafrans of the right thing to do. And mind you, Honorable Fulani that was deceiving many of you with her new office in Georgia. She flew or hung Biafran flag in her office. Today, the Biafran flag has disappeared. Today, the Biafran flag has disappeared also. We want Biafrans to go and ask the question, and where is your Biafran flag? This is before.
All right. Right here.
This is
The
before.
United States of Biafra Embassy in Washington, D.C.
Before.
Y'all can see. This is where it's happening. That's it.
This was before the lawsuit. She is flying Biafran flag in her office that is adjacent to a restaurant and call it Biafra Embassy. This is before. So you can see her displaying the flag, telling you that this is your embassy at the restaurant office. After you see before, after the lawsuit, you see after.
All right. Right here. It's the United States of Biafra Embassy in Washington, D.C. Y'all can see. This is where it's happening. That's it. Loading. Loading. It's loading, seriously. You can see the flag, right? Flying so high. Onye Nnamdi Kanu. Abata bie my Prime Minister Simon Etta. It is written. Written. You can see that. God is great to be our friends.
Land of the rising
The
sun.
land of the rising sun. All right. All right. Right here. It's the United States of Biafra Embassy in Washington, D.C. Y'all can see. This is where it's happening. That's it. Loading. It's loading, seriously. You can see the flag, right? Flying so high. Onye Nnamdi Kanu. Abata bie my Prime Minister Minister Simon Epa. It is written. Written.
I believe you can all see Honorable Fulani flag, right? Okay. Now, the flag is no more there. So, after the after the lawsuit, the flag has disappeared. After the lawsuit, the flag has disappeared. So where has the flag disappeared to? This is where you saw the flag before. The flag was hung here at this window before. But now the flag has disappeared. So all the Zumbi followers of Oraboeze, where is your embassy? Have you people disappeared your embassy with your flag? Or they don't allow you people to mount your flag again? and why has the Bobo, stop. No. So how has the flag disappeared, or what happened to the flag? Now let us go to no. Let us go to the Biafran. Let us go to the Biafran office that is standing Jigigba from ages to ages without any problem. The Biafran office. Flag they fly 24 hours. Nothing they can come down. This is the Biafra Republic Government in Exile headquarter office in Baltimore. This flag has been flying like this since 2023 that this office was unveiled. And this flag does not come down. The flag doesn't come down like you see like this. It flies like this since 2023 to this very day. So when something is fake, you will always see that it will fizzle away within days. All right. Why did we start with this? We started with this because these are the people that brought about accountability. These are the people that brought about accountability. You can see the head office of BRGI flag flying, and the one that Honorable Fulani brought up, the flag has disappeared. But the flag of BRGI is still flying, and it is flying non-stop from 2023. But this one, the flag of Honorable Fulani has disappeared. So the question now is, why are all the accountability groups always going after our defense and our finance? Because when you check very well, all the accountability groups that arose since the inception of our prime minister into this Biafra, all the places that they have tried to go has been defense and Ejemma, defense and Ejemma, defense and Ejemma, defense and Ejemma, defense and Ejemma has been the only place that they have tried to go, because they know when they go to this side, it is where they will destroy Biafra. Musa said something. If you want to destroy Biafra, you have to go and attack their finance. And all of you that woke up or dreamt or slept and thought of anything to do, the only thing you could decide upon was to come and try to fulfill the template of Musa and Nigerian government. Everybody should understand that Nigerian terrorist government are not happy that the massacre that happens in Borno, the massacre that happens in the far north, the massacre that happens in Middle Belt, that Biafrans are looking at it happening through the windows. Biafrans are looking at the massacre that is happening in the north and Middle Belt through the windows. They are looking at it from the television. They are hearing it from the radios. they are also hearing it from the televisions. Why? Because the God of Biafra through the Biafra Defense Forces has become a defense mechanism to the Biafran people in Biafra land. So the entire people that support one Nigeria will not be happy. What they had expected is that you sleep and wake up, you go to stockpile the dead bodies of your babies, women, and children in broad daylight. But the reverse has become the case. You see that you sleep without getting worried, while those in the far north of Nigeria cannot sleep without getting worried. Is either they're thinking of their babies, they're thinking of their women, they're thinking of their children, they're thinking of their men. But in Biafra land, Biafra Defense Forces became the brick wall that demarcate and stop the terrorists from coming to massacre our babies, women, and children. I salute the existence of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, His Excellency, the Ambassador of Peace. I salute the existence of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man that told us all what was to come, but nobody took him serious. I salute the presence of all the heroes and heroines of our time, those that have fought before and passed away, and those that are still fighting today. All your sacrifices cannot be in vain. I salute all of you, Biafrans, that are using your tithe and offering to make sure Biafra is restored. I salute all of you who have given in everything in the media to make sure you propagate the message. I salute our APM, the man of the moment, the Tokinadu APM of the Biafran people. Your sacrifices cannot be outnumbered. I salute all Biafrans, most especially the Biafra Defense Forces. You all are wonderful. You are the reason why Biafrans can sleep in their homes and houses without their heads being chopped off by the Fulani terrorists. It's because of you. If not because of you, all Biafrans will be running helter-skelter. But because of you, Biafrans have a safe heaven. So when we sleep and wake up and see accountability groups springing up from left, right, center, we should not be too worried. We should count it as another mountain that we need to overcome. Because our Supreme Leader told us that there are many mountains that we have to overcome, and he gave us the assurance that we will overcome every one of them. So all the accountability groups that you see today, others have come before and gone. And as they came this time, they are all gone and they will all go. It is season by season accountability. Yes. This one was called 2025 Accountability Group of July. Ngozi Orabofulani led our own accountability group in December 2024. And majority of the people that helped her to make the accountability group to fly very well, they are part and parcel of the group that have come to stage the accountability group of July 2025. So, we are not perturbed, but I'm assuring all of you that we will overcome all of them one after another. And we have overcome all of them. So, all Biafrans serving in the media, kudos to all of you for your good work. Yes, because if not your good works, people will not get to understand the truth. Most especially all of you on the Twitter space. God bless you and give you more strength. It is not about when you're speaking 100 people, 200 people, 400 come and be typing in the comment section and tell you fire on, destroy BRGI. No, it is about the people that are committed with their Ejemma to support this Biafra. Those are the dedicated persons. It is not those persons that told Randy Uchu and I don't know who to go and open account for them. It is not those persons that are actually supporting this Biafra. Those ones are the hired obedient groups, the hired Nigerian groups, the hired Fulani terrorist groups that will come to the comment section and then give you the morale to destroy everything about Biafra. But those that dedicate their money, their time, and energy to Biafra freedom, they know how much goes out of their pockets every day to enter this Biafra. And before they think of destroying it, they will think very twice. They will think very twice because they know what they have been going through with their tithe and offerings. So the enemies of Biafra are not happy that the massacre happening in Benue and Borno, that Biafra Defense Forces have stopped them from happening in Biafra land. The enemies of Biafra are not happy that a community was invaded in Benue and over 50 or 150 or 200 were wiped off by Fulani terrorists. And then when they tried to do the same in Biafra land, they met a brick wall from the defense mechanism of the Biafra Defense Forces. This is why you should expect more accountability groups to spring up against BRGI. Yes. Because if you want to destroy Biafra, independence, championed by the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku, who has become very viable, this is the only time that the Biafran people have organized themselves in such a way that they have a government in exile and they have a government in the homeland working independently and in connection with a unity of purpose, one common cause: Biafra freedom, Biafra independence. For over 50 years, it is this time that the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has taken a bold step that Biafra has become so viable to the ears of the world, to the point that the National Assembly of Nigeria had to sit down and started crying that if they don't do something about this Simon Ekpa, he will end up corrupting the minds of Nigerian youth to turn against Nigeria and to destroy Nigeria, because they know Nigeria is bad. Their corruption has eaten them up, so they can't stand the truth that the Prime Minister brought on the table. This is the only time that the Biafran people, through the Prime Minister, has made Biafra very viable to the ears of the world and the listeners. So you should not expect bed of roses. You should understand that you have many enemies, both within and without, just like Onyendo said. And we will overcome every one of them, that we can assure you. So, you have overcome another group of accountability in July 2025, and you have to rejoice. You have to get a cup of palm wine, you have to get a cup of red wine, you have to get a cup of white wine. You have to drink to glory. You have to enjoy yourself because you have fought a good fight of faith. You have won the crown. and Biafra Defense Forces continue to wax very, very stronger. So, today is a day of joy. Today is a day of joy because the agenda was to make sure the attack on the Biafra government website, which is the finance, and then little did you know that before then they have started attacking the defense and they could not succeed. They have started bringing up strategies to see how the 40 state of Biafra de facto administrators will be caged. They came up with the accountability and then they lock all the platforms on Telegram so that all the state de facto administrators of the 40 states will now be slave boys and slave girls to them. So when the accountability group leader lock the Telegram groups and then expect that whatever they say is whatever the 40 state of Biafra administrators will take. That was the beginning of the failure because the homeland is controlled and supervised by the Biafra Defense Forces. Now, they locked the 40 states of Biafra Telegram groups so that your town hall meetings that you were supposed to do, you will not be able to hold meetings again. You will not be able to have any discussion with your state. They lock the state. You cannot send message. It's only the accountability group leaders that will send message. So when they write there, no more town hall meeting in your state, you will not have any opportunity to comment or to type or to denounce or to say anything otherwise. It is what they type there that they want to train. They block your mouth, block your anus, block block your eye. You cannot do anything in the 40 state of Biafra group. So they plan it so that all the town hall meetings that were pre-scheduled to hold, which you, Biafrans in the homeland, do town hall meeting to raise funds to support your liberation in the homeland. Accountability group decided to block all the Telegram groups so that you cannot have meetings, so that you cannot be able to talk to your citizens in the homeland, so that all the town hall meetings arrangements would not be able to hold, so that all of you will be stuck one place, so that at the end of the day, you will come and cry and say, town hall meeting is postponed, there is no town hall meeting, and you cannot support Biafra Defense Forces in the homeland, which is your responsibility as a Biafran in the homeland to do town hall meeting and then raise funds to support yourselves in the homeland as you fight against the Fulani terrorists who are coming to cut off the heads of babies, women, and children on a daily basis. The Fulani terrorists that are invading your communities, they are not coming with sand. They are not coming with saliva. They are coming with machete. They are coming with AK-47. They are coming with pump action. They are coming with AK-49. They are coming with RPG. They are coming with grenades. They are coming with all manners of weapons to fight you and to kill you and to burn you in your sleeps. And then you expect to go and stand and look at them with bare hands. No. Pastor Enenche said something. And let me see if we can get the message of Pastor Enenche before I actually bring the video of the day which I want us to play.
Number two, whatever a person does to prevent himself from being killed does not amount to an offense. That is the Constitution. Anything a person does in order to prevent himself from being killed, whatever it is not an offense. Section 59 of the Penal Code provides that nothing is an offense of which is done in the lawful exercise of the right of private defense. Nothing is an offense. Vigilante groups, hear the word. Nothing is an offense. Section 60 of the Penal Code also provides that the right of private defense extends to A, the defense of his own body and the body of any other person against any offense affecting the human body. B, the property, whether movable or immovable, of himself or of any other person. In other words, against any act which is an offense under the definition of theft, robbery, mischief, criminal trespass, which is an attempt to commit any of those offenses. Meaning is, nothing is an offense where a person is defending himself or defending another from being destroyed or being killed. So what is the useless nonsense about those who think they have the claim to take lives at will and then they go unarrested and they go unharassed? The end of it has come. Somebody shout, enough is enough. What I read said if the man killed somebody because they came to kill him, that the court discharged him acquitted. That devil is a bastard. In case you are saying, Pastor, but is it Constitution you are quoting? Let's go to Bible. Take your seat. Genesis chapter 9 verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be set. For in the image of God made him man. The killer is qualified for killing. Exodus chapter 22 verse 2. Look at what it said. If a thief be found, so let's generalize it. A thief is the lowest level. Kidnapper, ritual killer, assassin, hired killer, terrorist, be found breaking up and be smitten that he die, there shall no blood be shed for him. But that action was not an offense. He came to finish people, and the people he came to finish gathered and finished him. Those people did nothing wrong. Proverbs chapter 26 verse 27. He that diggeth a pit shall fall inside. Whatever he wants is given. He that rolleth a stone. Somebody say back to sender. Somebody saying you are quoting Old Testament. Let's go to New Testament. Revelation chapter 13 verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed. Whatever he uses to come to kill, with the same equipment he shall be attacked. Now see what the penal code said. It said the person is not only meant to defend himself but any other person around. And you want to watch them waste your wife and children. They went into one house, they pulled out everybody, ripped women's pregnancy open, plucked out the eye of a little boy, and left him alive with the two eyes plucked out. Somebody say enough is enough. Say enough is enough. Did Jesus have anything to say about self-defense? Matthew chapter 26 verse 51. He said, and behold, one of them which were with Jesus stretched out his hand and drew his sword and struck a servant of the high priest and smote off his ear. Can somebody be following Jesus with his sword? Then said Jesus unto him, throw away the sword. He didn't read it well. Then Jesus said, how did you get the sword? Then Jesus said, I am surprised you are with a sword. Don't you believe in prayer? Anything people want is inside this Bible. I thought that that Jesus should be surprised. That how can you be my disciple and you are carrying it? He said, put it back. For this occasion, I am meant to die. So don't use it now. I say put it back because you may need it later. And I am not asking you to use it to attack people. I am not asking you to use it to fight people. But in case they come near you, take your seat. This is the worst one. This is the worst one. Luke chapter 22, verse 35 to 36. And he said unto them, when I sent you without purse and scrip and shoes, lacked ye anything? And they said nothing. And he said, but now, as I am about to go, then said, but now, he that has a purse, let him take it. And likewise his scrip. And he that has no sword, let him sell. Now, let me make something clear. There shall be no war in Nigeria. There shall be, can somebody say louder, amen? There shall be no war in Nigeria. But no demonic vagabond. No demonic vagabond anymore. Somebody shout, enough is enough. As I am about to leave, and he didn't change that command before he left. After resurrection, he was on earth for 40 days. He didn't say to the disciples, I have resurrected now. What I was saying at that time, I was playing. Or I was saying it because I'm about to be crucified and I won't be around with you. He didn't reverse the decree. Sell the coat. The time will be coming where the sword will be more important than the garment. If the penal code, the constitution have said it, and the word of God has said it, who is that devil and who is that agent that is saying that we cannot say what God has said? Please never go about deliberately looking for who to disturb or who to kill. Every murderer shall go to hell. The flames of fire. But he said, in case they came to kill you, you are not guilty for whatever happens to them. That should settle some people. That should settle some people. And we are going to pray right now. Father, let every agent of death and destruction in Nigeria begin to die the death they are giving to people. Lift your hand and say, Father, let every agent of death and destruction begin to die the death they are giving to others now. Open your mouth and pray. And let nobody misunderstand this. Nobody is as patriotic for this nation as we. We have prayed for this nation and we are praying. That is why we are angry against demonic bastards who want to make our prayer a waste. And it will never be. Hold the hand of somebody and say, Father, in Nigeria, no war. No war. Nigeria shall not scatter.
Nigeria don't scatter already, Pastor Enenche. Nigeria don't scatter already. The good part of your message, we have taken it, which is for everyone to rise up and carry weapons to defend themselves. And you are even quoting their Nigerian fraudulent constitution for them. So the question still comes back. Why are all the accountability groups coming to fight against our defense and our finance? Pastor Enenche here was still telling you that the key for you to survive, for you to overcome these Fulani terrorists, this jihad that is coming, that it is by you funding your Biafra defense forces in the homeland. When you heard him say vigilante groups, when you heard him say the youth in your communities, that is for those that have vigilante groups and for those that have the youth in their communities. But for you as a Biafran, what you have is the Biafra Defense Forces. And the only way for you to make sure Biafra land is safe, that your babies, women, and children are not massacred, that all these bomb that exploded in Borno State, well, then the over 200 that were massacred in IDP camps, and then over 40 that were massacred in other communities, and this other one here was in Imo, okay? This other one here was in Oka community. For you to be able to face these terrorists and to wipe them out from your communities, Pastor Enenche made you to understand that you need to make use of your funds. You need to make use of your Ejemma. You need to fund your Biafra Liberation Army. Because these are the men and women that have put their lives on the line. They have decided that the only thing they want to do is to see that Biafra land is not taken by the Fulani terrorists. So when you sleep and wake up and then you see sprinter groups of accountability coming out from left, right, center, the question you should ask is, why are all of them going after our defense and why are all of them going after our finance? What is it they know about the finance and the defense that when every accountability group wakes up, the first place they are going to is they want to know accountability of defense. They want to know accountability of finance. And like I said, we have overcome them. All of you that have stood your ground have overcome them. Yes, all of you that have stood your grounds have overcome them. And you will continue to overcome them. Because over 5 different groups of accountability sprang up while our Prime Minister was here. Umuada group was dissolved because of accountability. Umuada group were looking for accountability of defense and finance, accountability of Ejemma. That is what led to Umuada group being dissolved and expelled. When you heard of Emeka Living Deadstone and Kelechi and Victor Uzomunabi, and then you heard of Prince Yana Cho, and then you heard of Juliet. These are other groups that were also looking for accountability. They were looking for accountability of defense and finance, and they were all blocked out. The first set of Umuada that sprang up after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, what brought them down was still accountability of defense and finance. All right. So whenever you see accountability group, you should remember the first Umuada group, that what brought them down was accountability. accountability of defense, accountability of finance. When you also saw many of them calling Prime Minister criminal and traitor, it was also accountability that brought about this their failure, that they had to be calling our Prime Minister criminal and traitor. What were they looking for? Accountability. They were looking for accountability. Accountability, accountability, accountability. That is what they were looking for. Account.
Enter Biafra group of companies. How far? Start asking questions so that you will not be scammed. Simon Ekpa Bonyori. Ezigboto Onyori. Akwefo. Working with Nelly when the going was good, when money was flowing, when the VOB channel was being sponsored or being grown or being, set up, when Idu, was the talk of the day, and when the defense of Idu was all that Simon was able to do, and not until Nelly of Ebu released her arsenal to tell him that, look, except you propagate Idu, you will not get the funds flowing in. And the criminal came out from his hiding and began to fire Nelly.
And the criminal. So Simon Ekpa, he said, and the criminal. So, because they were all looking for accountability. When accountability was blocked, they all came out and Simon Ekpa became a criminal.
From all cylinders, and you are not asking questions. I am Nelly of Ebu, and Nelly of Ebu is me. Madam Oyebo is no-go area, and all that. Enter Biafra 101. They really will not ask questions. Simon Ekpa. Biafra Biafra will swallow you because you are not pure. You are not whiter than white. You are not whiter than snow. Rafael Chiamaka Ajere speaks. I'll be dropping it as it comes.
He let you know that Prime Minister was not pure. Happy? All because they were looking for accountability. So we have seen these groups of accountability before. We have seen many groups of accountability before. So for those of you who have not seen them,
Those of you that cannot ask questions, you will continue to be scammed. Simon Ekpa is a scammer 101. I'll be dropping it as it comes. Those of you that cannot ask questions, you will continue to be scammed. Simon Ekpa is a scammer 101. I'll be dropping it as it comes. Those of you that cannot ask questions, you will continue to be scammed. Simon Ekpa is a scammer 101. I'll be dropping it as it comes. Those of you that cannot ask.
so Simon Ekpa was a scammer. He's a scammer because he refused all of you accountability. Anytime you are not allowed to go into accountability, anytime you are blocked not to go into accountability, that person will become a criminal. Today, all of you say, okay, Nkere, the APM is a criminal. Elias is a criminal. Sonny is a criminal. The same mouth that you people use to say Simon Ekpa is a criminal. Nothing new now. So, this video is just to remind you people that what led to Simon Ekpa is a criminal is because of accountability. So, what is different? So, I want everybody to know that every time you sleep and wake up and you see one accountability group, you should know where they come from. Now listen to this one.
Achievement oge nkele ka m na-achọ ịgwa unu. N'anya oge nkele, amana m how many Biafran commanders egburu n'anya oge nkele. Amana m how many commanders egburu.
Because they have not been allowed to do accountability. Because they have not been allowed access to the defense. They have not been allowed access to finance. They have not been allowed access for accountability to train. What will you see? Propaganda and blackmail and slander. Propaganda and blackmail and slander. Propaganda and blackmail and slander. This is what you will see. This is what you will see. It is the same mouth, the same way they used to sing the praises of Okenkere, the praises of PM. That is that same mouth that they will use today and say PM is a criminal, Okenkere is a criminal, Sonny Agbarawa is a criminal, Elias is a criminal. Why? Because they have been stopped from doing what? From achieving accountability. PM does not control Biafra Defense Forces and does not have men. Ogenkere does not control Biafra Defense Forces and does not have men. Sonny Akbarawa does not control Biafra Defense Forces and does not have men. 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I did an expose here where I opened the Biafra bylaws. And I was showing you that the Prime Minister does not have the power to command the Biafra Defense Forces. The acting Prime Minister does not. No minister in exile has, because the Biafra Defense Forces is an independent body standing on their own. We acknowledge them as fellow Biafrans, fellow Biafra military angels, whose responsibility is to defend Biafra land. And we support them because they are fighting to protect our babies, women, and children from the homeland. Are you getting the point? But we don't have the power over them. We are not the ones controlling them. And we are not the ones funding them. Biafrans in the homeland, they know how they raise their funds and how they are doing everything to defend Biafra land from the Fulani terrorists. So the same mouth that you see them call Mazi Elias criminal today, the same mouth you see them call APM criminal, Sonny criminal, that is the same mouth they used to call PM criminal. They also call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu criminal also. Why? Because accountability of defense and finance is not allowed to trend. It's not allowed to be used to destroy what we are doing. When Musa said, for you to bring Biafra independence down, you have to start attacking the finance from the root of wherever they are raising the money. You have to start attacking them from that finance. That is how you will be able to do what? Bring down Biafra. Maybe some people thought that Musa meant that you should come into the fundraising and scatter the fundraising. No. Musa meant look for a strategic way whereby you use that phenomenon to attack the fundraising, attack the ways and manners of raising money, attack the ways and manners that money is coming in or out in any way. So when you see accountability group come out pop and plain and tell you they are destroying the website, you should understand that it is in tandem with the language of Musa. Musa said, for you to end Biafra, you must attack their finances. That the finances is what is fueling them. The finances is what is strengthening them. The finances is what is keeping them alive. So when you cripple the finance, you are able to destroy them. You are able to destroy Biafra. That is why every accountability group that has risen, every accountability group that has risen, their target is where? Accountability to finance and defense. Accountability to finance and defense, because they know when they come and tell you that somebody is chopping money, that they want to see how much is coming in and going out, you will stand up. For those of you that are gullible, you don't know when the enemies are trying to use a tool to destroy your house and to destroy your focus. If our PM had allowed accountability groups that arose since 2021 to this time to have their ways, where do you think we would have been? What would Biafra government in exile have achieved? We wouldn't have been able to achieve anything. Anything. But what did our PM do? Our PM flushed out all the accountability groups. He flushed out the Umuada accountability group. He flushed out the Emeka Living Deadstone accountability group. He flushed out the Victor Ozebunavi. He flushed out Juliet. He flushed out Kelechi. All the accountability groups that sprang up, he flushed them out. He flushed them out. Every accountability group that rose, he flushed them out. From the ones of Nelu to this one that you saw Ajare calling PM criminal, he flushed them out that time. All of them were flushed out. If they were not flushed out, they wouldn't have been success that we have recorded. If we were carried away or destroyed with the idea of we are in war, yet we are going into accountability. We want to see how much is coming in, how much is going out, what we are using it to do and what we are not using it to do. This will weaken our resolve, and the zoo will get to know what we can get and what we cannot get, and what we have and what we don't have, and then they will capitalize on it by doubling what they know we have 100 times. Then they will come, reinforce, come and destroy everything. But as it stands now, the zoo does not know our firepower. That is why when they come, Ogunigwe is destroying them. When the zoo terrorists are coming to kill our women and children, bringing their Fulani terrorists in thousands, Ogunigwe will do what? Neutralize them. Because they have not been able to determine and to know our accountability, which is classified. So why are all the accountability groups always coming to defense and finance? They are always coming to look for accountability in defense and finance because they know that is the powerhouse of the nation. Which of the American citizens can tell me how many weapons, how many armored cars, how many fighter jets, how many K-2 fighter jets that American government has? Which American citizen can tell me? Have you seen their public accountability of those weaponry online? Have you seen the public accountability of how much they spend in the defense? And then they come to split it out for you online? No. Did they tell you how they raise the money for the defense armory? No. Did they tell you from the account the money is going out and from where it is coming in? No. But Musa instructed some of you that if you have to destroy the Biafra independence, you must go and stage accountability of defense and finance, where some of you will come out and say you want to know how much is coming into the account, you want to know how much is going out. You want financial records to be splitted in the media because many of you are Itiboribos, Olodo, Otondo. You think that where we are is where we do People's Club of Nigeria or community association, where you will come and read. For From the month of January to December, we raised 5,000 naira and we use 1,000 naira to buy water. We use 2,000 naira to rent chair. We use 3,000 naira to buy akara. We use another 1,000 naira to do this. We use this other 1,000 naira to do this. Is that what people want? We are not in People's Club of Nigeria. We are not in Community Association of Nigeria. We are in Biafra Republic government in exile. We have not gotten sovereignty yet. We have not gotten recognition yet. We are still on it. And we have to intensify every effort to seal every loopholes that may destroy whatever that we are doing. Okay? So, all those that you will see that will be rising up every day, accountability, accountability, accountability. Remind them that all the accountability groups that sprang up since Onyendu was kidnapped in 2021, Prime Minister and I have done what? We have quashed them and threw them into the trash can. And we are ready to do another one now. We have done another one and we are going to do more. Every accountability group that are coming, we will quash them all. We throw them into the trash can because we don't need them now. When they are able to go and bring accountability of the armory and weaponry of American government, who is an independent state, who had their independence for many years now, and they are now the leader of the world. When you are able to go and bring the accountability of their armory and defense and their account of what they are using the money to do, then I will answer you. But for now, no, not at all. So let us go to something, because some people may not understand what is actually happening. A lot of people want to see that Biafra land bleeds like it bleeds here in Benue, like it bleeds in Borno, like it bleeds in Zamfara, like it bleeds in Sokoto, like it bleeds in Plateau. That is why you don't need to sit down and sleep, because the enemies of Biafra are not sleeping. You see, for the fact that Biafra land has not been allowed to be under this kind of massacre, for the fact that Biafra land has not been allowed to be under this kind of massacre, is the work of the Biafra Defense Forces. And do not expect that fellow Nigerians or Nigerian government or even the Igbo elite criminal politicians who are serving the interest of one Nigeria, they are not having a peaceful moment in the Nigerian Senate and the House of Reps. Because when they sit down there, they are being told that the Fulani terrorists are not allowed to invade their communities and to kill at rampant and to maim and destroy the way this is happening in Taraba. Why? So they will be punched. They are unable to see this happen in Biafra land like this because of what? The existence of Biafra Defense Forces. So you don't expect that the fellow Nigerians, the senators and the ministers, the governors, where this is happening in their own side, and then Biafra Defense Forces has erected a defense mechanism. And then you will now expect that the people in the other part where this is happening will be happy with the Biafran people. They are not happy. That is why any group that arises and say they want accountability, they want to come and destroy, they will be supported. They will have the support of the enemies of Biafra, because they know without accountability is a way of tearing the house apart. Is a way of destroying the focus of everybody, moving from pillar to pole. So if this is happening in another state, and then it is not happening in your Biafra land, you have been able to block this from happening in Biafra land. The people where this is happening in their areas are not happy. The senators from these areas are not happy, because the idea was that when this is happening in Borno, it will also be happening in Biafra land. But Biafra Defense Forces have curtailed this from happening in Biafra land. And some of you have just lost consciousness in your homes because you watch all these massacres happening in Nigeria from your television. You hear it from the radio. You see it on the newspaper. But you don't know that there is somebody that is making it not to happen or not to enter your own house. So you can sleep and open your legs and talk all kind of nonsense. You don't know the usefulness of Biafra Defense Forces. When you see anybody start to attack them, you will jump and follow them. Remove Biafra Defense Forces today from the brick wall and from the defense mechanism that has been erected by them at the gate. You will see that the Fulani terrorists will kill all of you in your houses within one night. Within one night. So for those of you that say you don't see what Biafra Defense Forces are doing, it is because you are blind. It is because you are having a very safe heaven. You're having a very good bed to lie down on while Biafra Defense Forces are sacrificing their lives and protecting you. So you don't know, you don't feel the pain that people are feeling in Borno State. You don't feel the pain that people are feeling in Benue State. You don't understand. It is only someone whose house is on fire that will understand what it means for fire to be burning on a roof. It's only someone whose wife is in the hospital that will understand what it means to be running up and down when that wife is about to deliver of a baby. But if you go and tell somebody, hey, my wife is in the hospital, I have been moving up and down since morning, hey, my wife is in a very heavy labor, or she cannot breathe, or I am doing everything to see that she's breathed, the person will not understand you because the person never put in leg for that shoe to understand. The person never stand in front of woman that is in labor for over 12 hours. The person never stay around that woman or witness that kind of thing to see and experience and know what it means. But you, when we say you don't experience them, you don't witness them, they feel them. As you they tell them, you know what you they tell them. But yet, he no go believe you, he no go understand very well. So some of you don't understand the good work of Biafra Defense Forces. Why? Because Biafra Defense Forces have been too good. Biafra Defense Forces have been too good that they have overprotected your communities and protected you to the extent that you sleep and forget yourself. Tell me if somebody in Kano community where the bomb exploded and then they killed over 15 people, tell me if that person will sleep and then forget himself. No, that person will not sleep and forget himself because he will remember that his house is on fire. He'll be thinking of where to lay his or her head. He'll be thinking of the defense mechanism to carry. But many of you in Biafra land, because you don't hear the bomb exploding within your surroundings. You don't know the importance of Biafra Defense Forces, because Biafra Defense Forces have overworked and sacrificed and taken over many places to secure you. The day they stop working, that is the day you will feel the heat of Fulani terrorists. That is why some of you are supporting the accountability groups, because you are not feeling the heat. But when you look at what is happening in other communities in Kebbi, like this, you now understand what the effectiveness of the Fulani terrorists are. You now understand what the effectiveness of Biafra Defense Forces are, and why you need to support them with everything you have. If they were not there, all these numbers that you see happening in Kebbi, happening in Taraba, happening in Niger, happening in Borno, happening in Zamfara, happening in Plateau, the direct message was to come and happen in Biafra land. But do you appreciate them? Some of you do, some don't, because some of you have been brainwashed. They will come, accountability group will come and tell you, Biafra Defense Forces are not doing anything. Oh. They are eating money. They are buying cars. They are kidnappers. They are criminals. They are terrorists. They are car snatchers. And then you'll be clapping for them. You clap, you laugh. Hey, hey, hey. You don't know that you're doing yourself. While Fulani terrorists are here preparing how to take over your communities. Look at what is written on the screen. Over 20 of 23 local governments in Benue taken over by Fulani terrorists. Does this happen in your own area? Does this happen in your own communities? No, this doesn't happen, right? You know the effectiveness and the power and existence of Biafra Defense Forces, right? With this kind of thing that you see here. If Biafra Defense Forces were not in your homes, in your communities, this would have been the message in your own communities and your own villages. If Biafra Defense Forces did not set up the defense mechanism, the brick wall, that Fulani terrorists will come and hit the brick wall and then they fall off. They will come, hit the brick wall and then they fall off. You will not be talking with a low tone now. You will be talking in a different way. So appreciate and understand the power of the Biafra Defense Forces and ignore all the accountability groups that have arisen again, because we expect to see more of them. It is part of the tool that the enemies of Biafra have to initiate to see how they can bring Biafra Defense Forces down and to bring the Biafra government in exile down. The question you should ask yourself is, why is it that when every accountability group come up, the first place they are going is accountability of defense and finance? This last one shock all of you, that the move they took was to go and block the website, scatter the website, destroy the website, which is where the finance goes into the website, because they know that is how many of you make donations. So they see that when they block the website, you will all be crippled. You will not be able to make donation again. Che! Hello, Mero. They want to take control of the website. They want to destroy everything and then put it the way it will suit them so that they can now be in control. But the Biafra Defense Forces rejected them. The Biafra Defense Forces have rejected the accountability groups. Biafra Defense Forces rejected the accountability groups. Head on, rejected them with everything. Let us go to a video that was posted by the Biafra Defense Forces headquarters from their official handle. So, When you see the accountability group start again, warn them. Warn them. Warn them very well. When you see the accountability group, warn them. Oh, warn them. Tell them to run into the bush because Biafra has come to stay and can never and cannot be destroyed. Okay, welcome back everyone, and welcome back, and we are here again. Now let us go here. Let us go here. Now when you look at the screen, this is what you will see on the screen. I'm at the Biafra Gov website. Oh. It says, the government recognizes and acknowledges the following officials as the leaders of the Biafra Defense Forces. The umbrella group, which contains the Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Navy, Biafra Air Force, and Biafra Resistance Fighters. Leadership of the Biafra Defense Forces. So when you look at what is on the screen, the Biafra government recognizes these leaders as the Biafra Defense Forces leaders. You see, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Honorable C.S. Nweke, that is Minister Success. Chief of Defense Staff, Land Air, General Igwe Butuso. Chief of Naval Staff, General David. Press Secretary, Honorable Chokan. Okay. So these are the leadership line of the Biafra Defense Forces. And this is what you should understand. Now let us go to a video where accountability group put out there, which the Biafra Defense Forces denounce them because they did something there which made the Biafra Defense Forces to denounce them.
Call them paramilitaries or something. I can't remember the.
Now, This is a video posted by the Biafra Defense Forces. I want you to understand something here. The other screen I just showed you from the website shows you that this is the chairman, joint chief of staff of the Biafra Defense Forces. Now, the reason why you see Biafra Defense Forces denounce this video here is because of the utterances that they made and the attempts that they made here. Because the accountability group is coming to defense and finance. Accountability is coming to defense and finance. Every time they rise up, they are coming to accountability of defense and finance. Accountability of defense and finance. Listen, where I opened before tells you that Biafra Defense Forces are independent body. They command themselves, and it is not Biafran government in Israel that command them. And then you are now seated somewhere in this video and you are telling people that they need to come and apply for vacancies in Biafra Defense Forces. And that also that the office of the chief or the chairman, joint chief of staff, that office is vacant, that the office is inactive. That this office here is inactive. This office you see here, the chairman of the joint chiefs of staff, that is inactive. So if the chairman of the joint chiefs of staff is inactive, how is all the chiefs able to coordinate and work? How is the chief of defense staff able to coordinate the entire chiefs and work? How is the chief of naval staff able to coordinate the staffs and work? How is the press secretary able to coordinate and work? So when you look at this, you should be asking questions. All these offices and bodies are functional and they are working. Biafra Defense, that is how Biafra Defense Forces are able to work and to destroy the terrorists of one Nigeria. If they were not all active and working, they wouldn't have been able to work and destroy the terrorists of one Nigeria. But accountability group were telling themselves that this office is inactive, that is not working. This is why you saw Biafra, and they are telling people that they can come and apply. They are asking for recruitment for Biafra Defense Forces, which they do not command, which they do not control. So that is one sabotage against the Biafra Defense Forces. And that is why Biafra Defense Forces have denounced themselves against them. So listen to this video now so that you see what is happening.
Yeah, it's not necessary, we know, so continue.
No, his name is not even here.
Just for the record.
Okay.
Just for the record.
Okay. So we have various, don't know whether they call them paramilitaries or something. I can't remember the exact phrase for them. But you see Biafra military, Biafra Air Force, Biafra Navy, Defense Command, Biafra.
You don't know if they call them military, but you are here to come and discuss about them. You don't know what they call them, but you're discussing about them.
Biafra Border Guard, Biafra Security and Intelligence Service, and Defense Forces Logistical Corporation or what. So here has they are all called joint. The people the people that are headed these paramilitary departments are called, the person is called, but they're all called together, called Joint Chiefs of Staff. So the chair for this Joint Chief of Staff is, the office is inactive at the moment.
Did you hear that? They tell you that the chair of the office of the Joint Chief of Staff, the office is inactive.
The office is inactive of staff. So the chair for this Joint Chief of Staff is, the office is inactive at the moment. So when we come to the...
He said the office is inactive at the moment. So ask them, what plan were you people doing against this office of the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, that you people now declare that that office is inactive? Hey, the office of the the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff is active, and they are declaring to themselves that they have declared it inactive. Sabotage against Biafra Defense Forces. So to them, they sit down and then they remove the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff on their own and make the office inactive. And they are calling on people to come and do application and apply and recruit. They are seated in exile. Oh. They are seated in exile, pronouncing all this, while the Biafra Defense Forces are in the bushes, in the battlefield, fighting to see how Biafra land can be protected from the Fulani terrorists. While they are there in Europe, America, UK, sitting with pot belly, enjoying themselves, and then pronouncing that the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, who is not in exile with them but is in the homeland, they say the office is inactive. So to them, they have already removed the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, Minister Success. The same way Ngozi Orabueze was writing letter and sending out and say she has removed Minister Success. This is the same way you see Accountability Group of 2025 July doing meeting and telling you that the office of the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Honorable C.S. Mweke, that the office is inactive. While here, the day that they did inauguration and swearing in of the APM, they call all their names and say they are all active. And then they publish it on the website and say they are all active offices. Today, Accountability Group came out and tell you their offices are inactive, that they are not there in that office. So they are now telling you people should go and get more application inside. Come and apply that the office is inactive. Hey, hello Mero.
The office is inactive at the moment. So the chair for this Joint Chief of Staff is, the office is inactive at the moment. So when we come to the military arm of this area, we have Chief of Defense Staff, Land and Sea, Land and Air, which is General Igwe Butuzo. And then the one for Air Force is inactive at the moment. For Biafra Navy, we have Chief of Staff by name, Honorable General David. Every other branch is inactive at the moment. So after that, there are units, Supply Division maintenance units, transportation wing, medical logistics unit. So all these units are inactive at the moment. So as you can see, we have a lot of work to do. So we have so many inactive positions in most of the structures we have presented. So any part of the department that you feel that you have the skills, the knowledge that you can do something, please go ahead and make your application. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Neka.
Thank you so much, Honorable Neka. Great job. Thank you very much. Well done.
Beautifully presented. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
so much. Honorable Neka. Dalu o.
Thank you.
They told you to come and apply. They told you to come and apply you in Biafra Defense Forces vacancies. When Biafra Defense Forces have said they are not recruiting, they are telling you come and apply. Come and apply. Biafra Defense Forces have dissociated themselves from this accountability group. That video that I played was a rejoinder message that Biafra Defense Forces sent to denounce this charade. And if you can see what is on the screen, Biafra Defense Forces said, who is this idiot setting a structure for the Biafra Defense Forces that she knows nothing about? The Biafra Defense Council hereby warns Ejemma Obo and group to stay clear from interfering in the activities of the Biafra Defense Forces. Biafra Defense Forces are not political wings. Take your saga and structure to somewhere else. We have our own structure, and it is known to us and not to an alien. So you are not supposed to engage in that. And one thing to note, they said the office of the chief or the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, that the office is inactive, is vacant, and many other offices that people should come and apply. It is incredible. Incredible. So, tomorrow is our fundraising. On Sunday is town hall meeting. We implore every Biafran to come in and make their quota. Yes, come in and make your quota, support the town hall meeting, support the fundraising, so that together we can achieve what we are working on. Now, abstain from the old website. Don't go to the old website because it has been compromised. The Biafran Republic government in exile have given you a new website, and here is the website. When you click this link here, when you click this link, Biafra Republic government.org/donate, when you click this link, it will take you to this website here. And this is where you are going. You enter here, Biafra Republic government in exile. Then you are already in the donate button. Here in the donate button, you can now choose what you want to make. You want to donate 10 Ejemma, you want to donate 20, you want to donate 50, 40. Well, if you don't see the amount you want to donate here, click custom amount. Then here now you can type what you want to donate. You can type 500. When you put 500, finish. I hope the screen is coming out. Okay. When you put 500, finish. What do you want your donation to be? A one-time payment? You click. Weekly donation to be recurring? You click. Monthly donation to be recurring? You click. Quarterly donation to be recurring? You click. Yearly or annual donation to be recurring? You click. When you finish, click what you want. You now click on donate. When you click on donate, it will now spin and then takes you to the next stage. Next stage here is for you to put your email address. When you put your email address here, then you click continue. It will take you down for you to put your PayPal, your Visa card. This way it will take you down. It takes you down here for you to put your Visa card or your MasterCard or debit card or any card of any kind or credit card of any card that you can use to make payment electronically. Mind you, this website is security protected. The SSL security is here, and so your card and your payment and your information, they are all secured and cannot be leaked out. So you come here, you put your card number, you type it, you put the expiring date, put the CCV code, which is the 3-digit number at the back. You now put your first name, your last name, your first address. Only first address is okay. Then you choose your country. Choose any of the country, you click. You put the postcode, you put the city, you put the state, you put your phone number, and then you click continue. When you click continue, it will spin again and show you the summary. To show you the summary of the information you have put, and then you click continue or submit or pay. Within seconds, the payment will be done and you will get a receipt to your email. As simple as ABC, as simple as this. If you want to make use of PayPal or Zelle, you just use the PayPal and Zelle information here that is here. You have it on the fundraising flyer. This is the PayPal and the Zelle payment address. The PayPal and the Zelle payment address is here. You have it here on the flyer. This is for PayPal, you use this. For Zelle, you use this. This is the address to the website address. Type this anywhere, you can access the website and make payment. So don't miss the fundraising tomorrow and don't miss the town hall meeting. Please be part and parcel of it. We cannot achieve anything without Ejemma. We cannot achieve anything without Ejemma. We cannot achieve anything without Ejemma. We can achieve everything with Ejemma. We can achieve everything with Ejemma. We can achieve everything with Ejemma. The reason why you see that all the accountability groups, when they spring up, the first place they want to go is our website, is the defense. Is because when they succeed with that, they will destroy everything. So if you hear me sing and call Ejemma from morning to night, I'm talking about Ejemma. I no finish talk anything. I go see talk Ejemma, talk Ejemma, talk Ejemma, talk Ejemma, talk Ejemma. It's because everything that we have to do, we need Ejemma. Our prime minister that is in court and in detention today, awaiting the final verdict, it is Ejemma that we need to use for the attorneys and the lawyers. Everything is Ejemma. Without Ejemma, we cannot do anything. The lobbies needs Ejemma. The political and diplomatic recognition outreach needs Ejemma. Everything that we have to do is Ejemma. That is why Musa said, for you to destroy Biafra, you have to attack the source of their Ejemma. That is why every accountability group came to attack the website where they see the button of donate. That is where they all went to go and attack and to destroy. But they have failed very, very woefully. I salute all Biafrans and I say a very good evening to all of you. Do not miss tomorrow fundraising because it's going to be boom, boom, boom. Shame the enemies of Biafra and let wonders continue to happen. Airborne to the Biafra Defense Forces, airborne to our PM, airborne to all Biafrans making donations on a daily basis, airborne to our lobbies, airborne to our APM, airborne to our Supreme Leader, airborne to all the heroes of our time. I salute all of you.
Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court. They cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy instead of me to be upset that I was arrested. Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court. They cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy instead of me to be upset that I was arrested. Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of